There's seats for some Carsons, right?
Yes, but they didn't want to be in the video. I'm in a video from here.
Oh, it should be alright then.
I know, but they didn't look to.
You want me to move it over there?
Huh?
I'll take your seats over to them.
Their seats to them?
Huh?
Take their seats to them? We have lights. Where are you going to be?
I'm going to try and get Molly. I'll probably be behind the pole and the camera will be in front.
Okay, so I'll leave
Yeah,
this right
that'd
here.
be fine.
You look good. You know, I think I'd rather use the stick.
Where were we? That's right. Yeah. If anyone was complaining about the heat, I hope you like the cold front that came through, so you're welcome. Let's get closer together. All right. We're just going to roll from here. Let's do it. All right. So, letter A is accept your differences. I believe I was in the middle of saying that Brenna likes rain, running in the rain, hiking. Kyle was a coffee snob, is a coffee snob. Thank you, Grandma Pearson, for that. And a fashionista. Yeah. In marriage, and those who are married can attest to this, there are differences that you need to adjust to. Like, for example, where you squeeze the toothpaste, like from the middle, the bottom, that kind of thing. Cleanliness standards. You have to adjust to those things. Generally speaking, Kyle, it would be good if you adjusted to Brenna's standards. Because you lived with us for 5 months. I've seen your room. I'm just suggesting that. So, which position you leave the toilet seat? Those are adjustments that have to be made. However, the main focus here are differences that you guys have that you need to accept and appreciate about each other. So letter A is accept your differences. So you have differences culturally. You grew up on the West Coast in Nebraska. Kyle's from Scranton. We have our own dialect there, Hannibonics. I mean, there's a couple Scranton people here. You have differences as men and women. You have differences in personality, how you process emotion, how you deal with conflict. There are just differences. God has made you unique and different for a purpose. It adds strength and value to your relationship. Also, oftentimes couples get frustrated because they're trying to change the other person to be more like them. And what I want to encourage you to do is to accept the differences that you have, even the differences on the Enneagram thing, whatever they are. Accept them, appreciate them, and value how God has made you unique and different. Don't try to change the other person to be more like you. Paul said it this way in Philippians. He says, do nothing from selfishness or empty conceit, but with humility of mind, regard one another as more important than yourselves. So the differences that you see in the other person, value them, accept them, put them out ahead of your own needs. Number 3, letter J, is Jesus first. It sounds a little cliche, a Christian wedding, but there's a lot of power here. In his book, You and Me Forever, Francis Chan says this: most marriage problems are not really marriage problems, they are God problems. They can be traced back to one or both having a poor relationship with God, or a faulty understanding of Him. An accurate picture of God is vital to a healthy marriage. It's vital to everything. When people are right with Him, they are right with each other. Jesus Himself said, I am the vine, you are the branches. If you abide in me, you will bear much fruit, but apart from me, you can do nothing. He goes on to say later what some of that fruit is when we abide in Jesus. It's love, it's joy, it's peace, it's patience, it's gentleness, it's kindness, it's self-control. The very things you need to show love to the other person you get when you abide in Jesus first. So Jesus first. Number 4, letter O, overcome your conflicts quickly. Ephesians, it says, do not let the sun go down on your anger, do not give the devil an opportunity. So the general principle is never go to bed with an unresolved conflict between you, or at least schedule a time that you're going to deal with it. Because unresolved conflict it's like a chink in your relational armor. It leaves you exposed to the enemy. It leaves you exposed to a division beginning to form between the two of you. So overcome your conflicts quickly. Don't waste time blaming each other. Get on the solution side. Be real comfortable with saying, I'm sorry, it's my fault. We can forgive. And number 5, letter R, reply softly. In Proverbs it says a soft answer turns away wrath, but a harsh word stirs up anger. I've been around you guys a little bit. I know you can't imagine ever speaking harsh words to each other. It might happen some point in the future. But as you interact with each other day in and day out, reply softly to each other. Harsh words can actually instigate and add fuel to an argument and anger between the two of you. Soft words can distill that anger. So, what's the 5? Letter M, mutual submission. Letter A, accept your differences. J, Jesus first. O, overcome conflicts quickly. And R, reply softly. But Kyle and Brenna, the security of your marriage is not going to rest in the word of any minister or in the rite or ritual of any church. The security of your marriage is going to rest in the true purposes of your heart and the steadfastness of your devotion to God. And by His grace, you guys will be faithful in keeping your vows to each other from this day forward. The vows that you are about to make to each other are sacred above words. And with God's help, He will take you from this day forward and carry you. So Kyle and Brenna have written vows for each other, and I'll have you read them to each other. Kyle, we're going to start with you.
Brenna, when I first met you, I knew there was something different about you, something special, and I couldn't pinpoint it. I didn't know what it was, but boy was I curious. And even though I was hesitant and afraid that my curiosity just might kill me, I started to recognize that you're well worth dying for. Brenna, you are the most brilliant and thoughtful and patient woman I know, and you've displayed loyalty and devotion to all those that you love, just as Jesus has done for us. This promise I make to you today is simply a reflection of the promise that Christ has made with us, that He'll never leave us or forsake us, but actually forsake all else. It's a promise that He made to set aside His own position, His own power, health, and wealth, and even his own life. And today I promise to do the same. For richer for poor, probably the latter. For better or worse, even though things are always better with you. In sickness and in health, until the Lord calls us home. I promise to remain faithful to you, no matter the circumstance. To the point of giving my own life, just as Christ has done for us. I love you, Brenna, and for as long as we both shall.
Does anyone happen to know where the bride's vows are in this story? They never made it to me. The marriage license folder, does anyone know where that is? Rachel's on her way. Pay no attention to what's happening behind the curtain.
I will remember that it is a privilege to love you. I will encourage you in rest and perseverance. I promise to be your best and truest friend. I promise to make repentance and forgiveness a priority in our marriage. I promise to listen and encourage you. I will chase after the dreams God has given you because your dreams are mine now.
So a ring has long been the symbol of sealing an important covenant. The ring is also symbolic of the eternal nature of your love, the circle of any can be found. So Kyle, we have a symbol of this marriage.
I got him.
These rings are just external symbols, right, of commitment that Kyle and Brenna are making to each other. They're symbols that carry with it the true intents of their heart. So whether you're wearing the ring or not, it's the commitment that you're making to each other today. These symbols are just external symbols of that internal commitment. So Kyle, would you take Brenna's ring and as you do, place it on her finger, repeat after me these words. Brenna, I give you this ring to wear.
Brenna, I give you this ring to wear.
As a symbol of my promise.
As a symbol of my promise.
To love and grow with you.
To love and grow with you.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
In the name of the Father.
In the name of the Father.
The Son and the Holy Spirit.
The Son and the Holy Spirit.
Amen. And Brenna, would you take Kyle's ring, place it on his finger, and as you do, repeat after these words. I give you this ring to wear. As a symbol of my promise. To love and grow with you. From this day forward. In the name of the Father. Son and Holy Spirit. Amen. So Kyle and Brenna wanted to involve communion in today's ceremony, and I love that Jesus first, right, was in the acrostic of your name, but it's true in how you're living out your lives, and I love that you've incorporated that into the ceremony because you want to put priority on who Jesus is and his sacrificial love for you. So if we can find the elements. Oh, there they are. Thank you. Jay. Good job, Jay. Christ demonstrated his love for us, the ultimate symbol of love, by laying down his life on the cross. And communion is just an ongoing reminder of that sacrifice that he's made for us. Jesus gave it to us as a reminder that his body was broken for us, that his blood was shed for us. And the night before Jesus was betrayed, he took the elements from the table, the bread and the juice, and he said, "This is my body." which I give for you. Do this in remembrance of me. In the same way, he took the cup after supper, and he said, this cup is the new covenant in my blood. Do this as often as you drink it in remembrance of me. So when we eat the bread and we drink the juice, we remember Jesus' sacrifice for us. And as we know in Christian marriage, and if you've been around the church, you know that Jesus set the example of love in marriage, the very love that he had for the church when he laid down his life, setting his own life aside for the needs of the church. And that's the same example that he's given Kyle in loving Brenna, to lay down his life for Brenna the same way that Christ laid it down for the church. Come to the end of the ceremony, there's often a prayer of dedication, and it's a special thing today that the parents of the bride and groom are going to come and pray this prayer of dedication over Brenna and Kyle. Both of their parents, both of their fathers are pastors, and both of their moms love Jesus and exemplify what it means to follow him. So the parents are going to come now and pray over Kyle and Brenna a prayer of dedication. Kyle and Brenna, since you have exchanged vows and rings and endured thunder and lightning and torrential rain before God and these witnesses, by virtue of the authority entrusted to me as a minister of the gospel and in agreement with the laws of the state, I now pronounce that you are husband and wife. Kyle, may I kiss your brother? Moment, but it is a great honor and a privilege to introduce for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Kyle Major.
Just take the camera and get a hello to Grandma and Grandpa on the video. We'll take the stand with you. Huh? I think they're just going to... Oh, they're taking over the house.
You understand we're making this up as we go, right? So, at this moment, we were all supposed to go in the house for hors d'oeuvres. Not sure if that's happening yet or not. We'll let you know in a few minutes. But the bridal party is going to go take some pictures. You stay tuned as to what your part will be. We're not sure. If you're eating or staying here, I'll let you know.
And family. And family.
And family. So family and bridal party.
Head over here.
All right.
Okay.
And family.
And the sun's back out, so that's nice. Yeah.
Thanks, guys. Jerry wanted me to go get the couple to give a hello to the grandparents, so that's where I'm headed. It's still live, and Mage wanted me to come so you could say hi to your grandparents.
Hey.
Wish you were here.
Yeah, we wish you guys were here, but so glad that you guys can watch this spectacle.
Yeah. Hope it was entertaining.
Love you guys so much.
Go ahead.
Oh, the happy couple!
Just throwing this out there, best man coming clutch, communion, and
Right in the threshold. Right, I did everything I was supposed to. Right. So close. You don't think good story forever.
Oh, yeah.
It's true.
We did. I love my part. We did.
Congrats, Mr.
Yay!
Mr. Mills.
Mr. and Mrs. Mills. I've had it before and after, but I need some water.
There's some right outside the door.
Very special.
Very unforgettable. Hey, Brenna. If you're You want mine to shake? I think they're just for the left of the grandparents, and they might.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe we can take pictures in front of the house or something. We'll get the food.
That's a good idea. Now everyone's thinking.
I'll start the crowd.
Probably won't want to see.
Everyone, one out front.
All right.
You guys got to
All right, Kathy. All right, Kathy.
Oh, that's a policeman for you, taking control. It's all. I got it all.
Well, that's all right.
Good job.
I see that. You're going to grandparents. I'm going to ask.
I'm gonna go take a picture of the cake and stuff before it gets. Happy National Donut Day.
Great. Let me just see what's
First?
Yeah, so grandma can go sit.
Okay.
Left him around back? Or were you guys kind of set on your back?
No, not at all.
You were like,
I had no idea what it
We're
was.
just talking about English people walking.
I thought maybe this was their family, but I think it's part of the museum.
grandma party, except family. And this, if we're efficient, this will take 12 minutes. We will be efficient. Let's be efficient.
There's also the arboretum.
You are.
You gotta come this way.
Okay. Oh, I am family.
Second Nana Grandpa?
Yes.
Oh, hey, Nana Grandpa.
And everybody else that's watching.
Hi, Nana and Grandpa.
Okay, so this is all siblings, right? Yeah. Great.
Yeah. But also Ryan. Oh my gosh, so oh really? Wow. I wouldn't just notice. I was like, wow.
Should I keep live streaming all of this, or
What?
do you want me to keep live streaming all of this, or just wait till they?
Yeah, if you want to shut it off and call them or something, or call Barb or something and tell her when you're going to start up again. Put it yourself.
Yeah, we'll text them.
Yeah, thanks for going.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the video again, and when they do the introductions and that kind of stuff, I will start a new link again and send it out. So just keep an eye out.
Jenny? Okay.